Dude, did y'all hear what the latest going on with Brett Favre situation? Yo, they better cancel this nigga, bro. They better cancel this nigga, bro. Brett Favre is out of line, dog. He's out of line, dog. All right. So, first of all, Brett Favre is, let me see. What is the poorest state in the USA? Look what it is. Mississippi. The poorest states in the United States. Look, 19.6, Mississippi. Look at that. So first of all, the poorest states are the Republican states. Damn, Puerto Rico, 43.5. God damn. All right, but look. So look, all the Republican states, right? So Mississippi is the poorest, right? Hands down, Mississippi. Poor knee along. See, that's what they did though. So the Robert Sarv, whatever his name is, story came out. And then they try to throw the Ime Udoka story out there, but that story ain't nothing. That's just some regular nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yeah, Giovanni, I you know what I'm saying? You say things I can't say. But so Brett Favre, check out what Brett Favre did. Brett Favre daughter goes to Mississippi State or some shit like that, right? So she played volleyball. So Brett Favre was like, dude, I want to get the you know what I'm saying, build the stadium. So they used funds that were designed to go to the poor Mississippi people. Remember Jackson, Mississippi, or there's a part of Mississippi that's having a water crisis right now. You understand that, right? There's a fucking water crisis right now in Mississippi. Look, Justice Department threatens legal action over water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. So the money is supposed to go to shit like this, like the poorest people. And a lot of it is see, my family's from Mississippi. Like most of our families are from these places, right? My family's from Mississippi. So I have an affinity there, right? So Brett Favre, here he is. Hold on, let me change my thing right now. P&B killing. I'm going to Brett Favre. There we go. All right, so boom. So what he does is he takes funds that were supposed to go from the poorest Mississippi people, and he used those funds to $5 million to help build a useless volleyball. Who gives a shit about volleyball? It's not football or basketball. Who gives a shit about it? It don't bring in no money, none of that. So they were going to divert funds. And really because Brett Favre is like, he's swag, right? He's Brett Favre. He's swag. And so all these politicians and these old men over down there in Mississippi, the Mississippi politicians, like they get starstruck. They get starstruck. Yeah, the Great Migration, majority of black families came from the Southern South. That is right. They get starstruck. So when Brett Favre come around, these blackers can't say no. They can't say no. They can't say no to him. So he's like, all right, well, let's divert. So they said yes, and they diverted funds that's supposed to go to the poorest people in Mississippi. A welfare scam. It's called a welfare scam. But guess what came out today? Guess what came out today? We'll go news. Guess what came out today? Let's see if more. Let's see what if I'm looking for came out here. Let me change the bottom. All right. They wanted to use prison labor to build the arena. They wanted to use prison labor to build the arena. Yeah, dog. They want to go back to slavery. They wanted to literally go back to slavery, dog. Jemele Hill burns asshole Brett Favre for wanting to use prison labor to build lockers at facility amid welfare scandal. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely bonkers. So on one hand, he did not want to use his own money. Number two, he wanted to use public money. Number three, he wanted to use welfare money. Number four, he wanted then to use and then basically have the same people on welfare, like the brothers and uncles who's locked up, want to use them to pay for building it. Unbelievable. They literally went back to slavery on some shit. Brett Favre is not the man he pretended to be all these years. Man, fuck Brett Favre. Text messages released as part of a civil lawsuit related to the misspent. A civil lawsuit? What's up with a criminal motherfucking investigation now? I need a criminal motherfucking indictment. That's what I need. Misspent welfare funds in Mississippi allegedly to show former Governor Phil Bryant worked to help Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre obtain funds to build a volleyball facility. All right, on top of the text, Favre, they have the evidence and everything. Nonprofit Mississippi communities concerns about, okay. I want to get to the slave labor. Once the news came out, okay. This week, we are finding out that Favre wanted to use slave labor. They used the word slave. They used that word slave right there. Not me. They used it. From local prisons to build lockers at a new volleyball facility. Favre played football for the school from 87 to 90, and his daughter played volleyball 2017 to 2022. Once the news came out, Jemele Hill was one of many people to comment on it, and she was not happy. So, not only did Brett Favre have no issue using welfare funds inappropriately, but he went to the next level of assholery by suggesting that prison labor be used. Unbelievable. Like, this is crazy. Meanwhile, they want to talk about Udoka, right, and what he did. Unbelievable. So not only did Brett Favre, Anna Wolf, Brett Favre, when asking Bryant 2018 for help finding funding to construct lockers, it would be helpful if someone would build them on their spare time. Pancho mentioned the prison industry possibly as a builder. That shit right there is functional racism, okay? Like, you guys don't get caught up. They be like, oh, racism. He said he said the N-word. He said the N-word. That's not racism. This right here is racism. This is it. This is racism. This is the whole situation, the whole system at play. The welfare funds in question were a part of the $86 million Mississippi is given each year by the federal government. So that's our money. So that money comes from specifically, like, okay. So $86 million come from Joe Biden and the federal government, right? Of federal money, most of the money comes from California and New York. FYI. So $86 million is given to Mississippi annually by the federal government to lift families out of poverty. They'd rather use that money on volleyball? Man, Mississippi is the poorest state in the country. Damn. Favre has said publicly that he didn't know the funds were welfare dollars and he believes he did nothing wrong. He paid back $1.1 million that was given to him directly, but they said he still ain't paid back the interest, the $228,000. Unbelievable. He has not said a single word since the release of the text messages. Man, fuck Brett Favre. He could eat a D straight up. Fuck Brett Favre. That nigga's a weenie. That nigga Brett Favre is a weenie, dog. Fuck him, dog. I never liked him neither. Like, he was good, but I felt like John Madden. I think John Madden overrated the nigga, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. John Madden was on Brett Favre's rod. Y'all remember John Madden? Remember how John Madden treated Brett Favre? Let me open up the phone lines if anybody else wants to call in. Let me make sure the phone lines is on. Got me a check. I could check. This nigga Brett Favre is a weenie, dog. Let me find a video real quick. Wait. There's some more news came out. Brett Favre's charity for needy kids gave $60,000 to another volleyball gym. Wait, what? Yo, this nigga's taking from needy kids and poor kids and fucking welfare families, dog. That shit is crazy. He has no shame. He has no shame. Remember, isn't he like a drug addict? Like, isn't like Brett Favre? Isn't he like a? Doesn't he have like an addiction to pain pills? Yeah, addiction to painkillers. Look, I like this, man. Welfare scandal sheds light on Brett Favre's family man shtick. Damn it, I gotta pay for this shit. Copy. Let me just copy and paste it real quick. All right. Around the time he retired from NFL, there was a book published called Letters to Brett Favre. Noting fans from across the country contributed eulogies and to his career with the Green Bay Packers, many touching upon how he had impacted their lives far beyond football. Some regarded him as an inspiration, almost spiritual figure. Others delighted in his swashbuckling approach to playing quarterback and that all shucks, modest Southern boy demeanor. All agreed that here was one truly great down-home American hero. He came to work in jeans and a t-shirt and left the same way. He played the game of football like it's supposed to be played. I hate when they say that. God, do I hate when they say that. He plays basketball the way it's supposed to be played. Fuck all that supposed to be played shit. Supposed to be played. You're supposed to score touchdowns. I don't care how he do it. He could do it with one leg. He could do it upside down. I don't care. And he do it the way he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? They say that for like when brothers come in the game and change the game up and got crossovers and shooting 3-pointers from doing behind the back passes. Talking about that's not how you're supposed to play the game. Fuck how you're supposed to play the game. Who says how you're supposed to play the game? Whose idea is that? How you supposed to play the game? Man, come on, dog. I'm off that. He played the game the way it's supposed to be played. Man, fuck you. Shortly after the hagiography came out, it emerged Favre, a married father of 2 daughters, had unsolicited sent text and photographs of his genitalia to a model-turned-television reporter. A subsequent lawsuit filed against him by 2 massage therapists alleging sexual harassment was settled out of court. It's on the edge so far. Nothing too bad. Shortly after, all right. Then Jeff Pearlman's forensic biography, Gunslinger, The Remarkable, Improbable, Iconic Life of Brett Favre. Late Bear had the family man shtick had been a complete sham all along. He had been a hard-drinking womanizer battling addiction to painkillers for much of his time in Green Bay. Now, that's one hell of a battle. I'm not going to shed lightly on that. The opioid epidemic is very serious, and it has fucked up a lot of men who got hooked on them pain pills, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely hard to get off. It's led some people to fentanyl use. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand. But you're still a drug user. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Jalen Rose, Water Pistol Pete. All right. Let me see. Is the phone on? Yeah, Mia, I can check. Yeah, the phone lines is on. Everybody want to call up. All right. Let's see.
Chart makes intelligent diagramming easy and helps your best ideas become real.
The positions were only created so a novice could follow the game. Just because you're a power forward, that doesn't make you physical. Just because you're a shooting guard, that don't mean you can jack up threes. That's
what
just
were
a
you,
position.
Jalen? What were you?
Where were you? Did you average 1.4 points as a senior in high school?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so all of that Pistol P stuff, Water Pistol Pete.
Okay. We'll address that later.
A water pistol. A water pistol Pete.
Junior?
Yeah.
Did you play JV as a junior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I follow
What were you?
Okay.
What were you? What was your position?
I had no position.
You were a point guard.
I have no game.
You were a...
Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose is the man. Jalen Rose, he called him a water pistol Pete. He called him a water pistol Pete. I didn't get it at first. Water. I was like, a water pistol Pete. Oh, a water pistol. Wow. That was funny. Talking about the way the game is supposed to be played. Nigga, if you don't knock that shit off, man, fuck Brett Favre. So any which way, as in greatness in retirement, he built up a typical portfolio of endorsement deals and media presence that included his own weekly radio show and recurring gigs on ESPN in Milwaukee. Those broadcast gigs are on hold for now. However, following accusations was a part of a larger conspiracy to defraud the state of Mississippi for $77 million in welfare funds. Imagine Roy Keane being implicated in a labyrinth plot to rip off the poor citizens of Cork. Although no legal charges have been brought yet, why not? Why not? Because it's Brett Favre. That's why. Because it's Brett Favre. So, you know what? The only way that they're going to do, if there's a, you know what? We can have a, you know what? Because they're using federal funds, we can use the federal FBI to lock these guys up. You know what I'm saying? What's up, boss man? Thanks for calling in.
What's up?
Yeah, what's good, brother?
Nothing much. I can't call it. It's just, all right, so have you heard about Terrence Williams? Do you know who that is?
No.
All right, so right around the same time Brett Favre was doing this shit, some players in the NBA tried to juice the NBA out of some money, and they got caught.
Tried to do what? Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
They tried to play the NBA and juice them for some malpractice work, like fake injuries and shit like that. These are all retired players. Terrence Williams is the main. That is just quote unquote calling him the main culprit. But among these people, I think I know Darius Miles was on there, but he ain't got Darius Miles ain't going to get his money.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
And that's why the Knucklehead podcast quit for a while, because that nigga had that shit going on. But yeah.
Former NBA. Oh yeah, it was yeah. I talked about it on the show. It was like insurance, right? It was insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they was taking some checks and stuff, and they was doing it real sloppy. You know what I'm saying? I think
And Terrence Williams was the one that was deboing people. like backing people. Like, I guess he was the point person because he was the one that really was like backing people in the corner to get money out of them. But yes, they were very much sloppy. Yes, continue.
So why'd you bring this up?
Oh, because I mean it's similar to what Brett Favre has done.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that Terrence Williams might do a year or more in jail with Brett Favre going to do shit.
Right. That's right. That's right. Brett Favre is still not facing criminal charges.
He's not going to, bro. It's Mississippi.
But see, that's
you
what I
have to
mean.
realize what's going on.
So
he's not going to. Man owns Mississippi.
Yeah, I understand. But guess what? He used federal funds. So guess what? The federal FBI can come knocking on some doors now. If this was just a state thing, I don't think so. But come on, dog. They're talking about prison labor. Like, I feel you, though. I feel you.
I understand how this looks morally. It's very fucked up morally. But let's be real here. At the most, he's going to get a fine.
Which supposedly he paid it back. He paid back $1 million, but he didn't pay back the interest, which is $200,000.
So, all right. Well, then you've already. So, I guess over time he pays back that $200,000. But he's really not going to. He's not going to see jail. Now, if we know the universe is right, but if America was right, what would then happen is Brett Favre go to jail, and then he experiences that slave labor himself.
That's
now
right.
He doesn't want to do that shit no more.
That's right.
But that's in a perfect world, but this world is not perfect. So, therefore, I mean, this is always going to happen. There's going to be civil lawsuits and shit, and he's not going to see a lick of jail.
What do you think about Brett Favre?
Unfortunately.
What do you think about Brett Favre on the field?
He did get a chip. Gotta give him that one.
Yeah, late in his career, right?
No, it was like midway through.
Okay.
Like, you mean, although Desmond Howard won I think Desmond Howard won Super Bowl MVP, it was Brett Favre's team. Towards the end of his career, he was garbage. When he went to the Vikings, when he went to the Jets, all kind of other stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just how the league works. Period. So once you're in the system, they just recycle you to different teams instead of just cycling you out.
Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They treat these white quarterbacks like, remember, they started making rules for these white quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like they started, they started pampering these guys. So remember like how much of a bitch Aaron Rodgers turned into? That nigga's a bitch. That nigga, like, he's a weirdo. Well, I'm like, damn, what's
Aaron
going
Rodgers
on?
Is cold. Aaron Rodgers is cold. Say what you want about him as a person. That motherfucker, when he has that helmet on, he's different.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like off the field. Like they just like him and Brett Favre. I'm just thinking the last, you know what I'm saying, big quarterbacks from that franchise.
Now let's just be real though. Like, you know the history. You also know Aaron Rodgers came in as Brett Favre's backup.
Yes. And he was mad that he came.
Brett Favre gave him so Brett Favre gave him some of the game. But Aaron Rodgers also ran Brett Favre's bitch ass out of town.
Yep, and then Aaron Rodgers got mad when they drafted another quarterback, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So he can't. I guess that's karma turning around though. Like, because you did the exact same thing to Brett Favre. So how can you get mad?
Yeah. Yep. But it's just like
now. Go ahead.
But I just think that, like, I think my point of what I'm trying to say is the way that the NFL, the local city politicians, and even the fans, and the NFL at large, the way that they treat these quarterbacks, specifically Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, they feel like they can get away with murder, dude. They never get told no.
Okay. So where does Aaron Rodgers fall into this? We know what's going on with Brett Favre. Where did Aaron Rodgers fall?
Just that whole thing of, he said, when they asked him, "Are you vaccinated?" The nigga said, what did he say? The nigga said, No,
he didn't.
What's the word he used?
I'm immunized. He just said I'm vaccinated. He said I'm immunized. Hey, bro, he went to Cal State Berkeley, bro. He's smarter than what you think, bro.
Yeah. He got away with it.
Used your words against you.
Yeah, because he went against COVID protocol. Whatever the COVID protocol was, he got to go against it because he lied. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was so crazy.
It's not what you say, it's how you
say it. Yeah, legally, he said, I'm immunized.
Yeah,
That
he
nigga
hustled the
said,
shit out
I'm
of him.
immunized.
And niggas was probably thinking like, damn, how come I didn't think of that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not from Cal
Exactly.
Berkeley, you know what I'm saying?
What? Exactly. He's not dumb
Oh, look, he
at
did
all.
ayahuasca. Discussing
And
ayahuasca.
and that's what makes you grow too as a person. If you're familiar with that, that's what we used to take back in the day, more so like the Aztecs and shit. Those are the ones that kind of made it famous, but that's what we used to take to get closer to God.
Yeah, DMT.
That's what mushrooms and shit does.
Yep.
I don't know about DMT because technically we only get. I think it ain't it like we get DMT when we die or some shit like that.
Yeah. So the DMT molecule or the substance, the actual chemical, it get released in our pineal gland. You know, when we die, and other times too. But yeah, when we die, when we dream. Yeah.
Okay.
But see, what ayahuasca? See, DMT, like a normal DMT trip, you know, comes and goes. With the ayahuasca, it stays in your system for hours, nigga. It's like, whoa, that shit is.
There was a federal case not too long ago. Well, actually, I won't say not too long ago. It was a federal case a long time ago about ayahuasca.
Oh, really?
I learned about it in my constitutional law class.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
same thing about snake charmers and shit. You know how they used to have that. You know how that the Europeans got their little church where they be dancing with rattlesnakes and shit. Yeah, that has something to do with it too. Because I guess it was the freedom of religion, the freedom of assembly shit, but you're causing the danger of people, so that's why somebody said something about it.
Shout out to Cambada. Cambada's nice, man. FYI, Cambada's nice. Like him and Loaded Lux.
Coolio?
Yeah, I heard about Coolio. Yup.
Him and Loaded Lux what? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Him and Loaded Lux, they basically like at this point, they're like in a group at this point. Like they're always doing songs together. You know what I'm saying? They released a song like I think it was Cambada, Loaded Lux like a couple of weeks ago.
Africa Bambata or Benkata? What the hell are we talking about?
Oh, my nigga's name is Cambada. Oh, they did a song with Ciroc. Ciroc she's very beautiful. Yeah, their stuff is hard. And it's produced by that nigga who got a YouTube page. Black Magic YouTube page is lit. I heard of him from they dropped their latest. They did a whole project. Yeah. Ciroc is fine, man. Like real shit. Watch how fine she is. Got me a meal I could check. Yeah, she fine. So
how long ago did they drop this project?
Let's see. I got too many tabs open, brother. I got tabs on tabs on tabs. Damn, I don't know. I can't find this shit. I got too many tabs open. Yeah, man.
So what do you think is actually going to happen though, far as that?
Yeah, good question, man. I think personally, it's too big for nothing to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just too big. You know what I'm saying? And I think politically, there's going to be pressure, especially with an election coming up. Well, I guess it's only going to be midterms. But I could see Brett Favre getting away with this if it was just if it wasn't all over like the newspapers. You know what I'm saying? If it was just like a local kind of story.
And that's the only way. And that's the only thing that will make something happen to him is if people stay on this issue.
Yeah.
If you just let it go, nothing's gonna fucking happen.
That's right.
But if you keep saying something about this shit, then you possibly could get something done. But I could just easily a week from now, I can easily see this going away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what he's hoping for.